Just control
Look
it.
at that manic crabby where he just stood there clapping. Got beamed.
Right there.
Oh, that's the stuff.
He honestly should have popped that whenever he was with his team. He's feeling stupid.
Exiting the contaminated.
Look at that heal. Okay.
God, damn.
You ain't going nowhere, son.
I got a shot.
My last one.
I'm gonna restock and I'm gonna run out there. You guys need to one of
Have
you
a
guys
shock on
just
him?
switch to a blue.
Alright guys, it's Mike's, and it's time for a build video. Banshee's Beam. This is the way I've settled it. I've been meaning to make this for quite a while now, but I just haven't had the god roll pieces, and I refuse to make a build for you guys without god roll pieces. But the global event has just finished. I got myself the finishing pieces, the finishing touches, and I believe I am ready to show you that, guys, this build. Now, yes, it's 1.8.3. I do believe this build was better last patch than it is this patch, especially for solo. Solo play is a complete disaster in this patch, quite honestly. But we'll have to make do. We're going to be running double assault rifle with this build and a sidearm. Let's start with our primary. We're running responsive, unforgiving, competent for all flat damage increases. Magazine crit chance, rate of fire, pretty standard. Again, crit damage, headshot damage, crit damage, headshot damage. I have a suppressor on the primary and the loud event breaker on the secondary to differentiate which one is which without making the mistake, because you don't want to make the mistake shooting someone with a loud vent break gun, you know, prepared gun at close range when you could be using responsive. They can get you killed. So, and on the secondary, we are running prepared, deadly, competent. In a team, you want deadly. When you're solo, you'd probably rather have vicious, because if you're shooting at range, you likely have above 2 health segments, and the higher crit chance is higher burst potential. The more chance you have to have a series of crits in a row, which could be the difference between melting somebody or not. However, at range, you will be melting people, because prepared is multiplicative, and trust me, the damage numbers you get, especially paired with Banshees out of cover, multiplicative damage, yeah, it all stacks together, multiplies, and gives you huge damage numbers at ranges where other people are going to be tickling you. So that is the point of this build. Be aware of that. You may want to build this differently, you may not, but try it. And the attachments on this are different. Earning magazine size crit damage. Again, I'd rather have crit chance, but I have crit chance on another weapon. Stability, crit chance, accuracy. Rather not have accuracy, rather have crit damage. But I rolled and rolled and rolled and I couldn't get it. I don't know whether it even rolls. But if it does, let me know in the comment section below. The muzzle is, again, stability major, crit chance, crit damage. And the underbarrel is very important. You must run optimal range, because the optimal range of the LVOC is 28 meters. When prepared kicks in at 30 meters, if your gun is naturally dropping off damage, you're kind of counteracting the point of the build. So run optimal range. That will bump up your optimal range to 42 meters maxed out. I have 41 on mine. Again, stability minor, crit damage. That's what you want. You don't want anything else. So on the secondary, we have 47% stability. Some of you might be thinking that's overkill. Perhaps. I can maybe do with one less mod out and then just set at 35. 35 is plenty enough to beam this gun. But this gun isn't designed to be beamed from 10 to 50 to 20 meters. This gun is designed to beam from 30 onwards. And at that range, to melt people, you got 5 fully auto. And if you're firing fully auto, you may struggle, you may lose control. The extra stability, right, you're going to lose 19% crit damage. Okay, so your crits are going to be a bit weaker, but you're landing more shots. Okay, on the sidearm, running a pretty standard predatory, determined, and talented. Talented doesn't have much use in this. You'd probably rather have something like sustained, but not such a huge deal. We are running a cool-headed and deadly pistol, because when you run out of your ult and you have time to run around, you may want to use this to get your ult back. Although what I tend to be doing is I'll just switch to my Liberator with Predatory Determined and just shoot NPCs at range, because I find it a little bit easier. On the gear pieces, we are running on the chest, skill haste, health, ammo capacity. You don't want anything else. Mask, crit chance, burn resistance, god roll, knee pads, health, you can run crit damage, shock, bleed, burn. Bleed most important, because pred, obviously. Shock, second most important, because you get shocked, you get burst down really quickly. Burn, you may want to go disrupt, but I run burn because I have burn on the mask as well. On the backpack, stability, because I'm using the LVOAC. Some of you are against stability, think it's newbie, whatever. With the LVOAC, you want at least 17.5 on the backpack, and then 2.5 on the grip, and that is plenty enough to beam consistently. Consistency is what stability achieves here. I can beam with no stability, but I can't do it each and every time I pull that trigger. Alright, but the stability really allows you to net that extra damage down at range. Of course, anywhere between 5 to 10, 15 meters, you don't need anything, not at all. Again, on the minor attribute, we're running bleed resistance for a total of 50%. Gloves. Savage gloves, of course. Maxed out. Assault rifle, crit, crit. On the holster. Fully maxed out with crit chance. Pretty much nothing you want to run. If you're using a sub, you may want to go with skill haste. But assault rifles lack crit, so we're going for crit. The mods on these pieces of gear, we're running 2 firearms mods with skill haste. On the mask, stamina with skill haste. On the knee pad, we're running stamina and all resistance. Yes, this is different. The reason I run all resistance is because when you hit 50% bleed resistance from the knees and the bag, fire from the mask and the knees, that little bit, 2%, actually cuts down the bleed tick from 4 to 3. We've done the testing. And that could be the difference between one more bleed crit hitting you and killing you, or coming off of that bleed and you getting around that corner to pop that mech kit or that box or whatever. It's a minor change. Last patch I didn't run this because there wasn't that many preds running around, but with the disappearance of Striker, people have resorted back to the cheese builds, which is a complete and utter shame. On the bag, we are running firearms and skill haste. On all of our 4 pieces here, we're running self-heal mods. There's really nothing else. This is the solo setup. If you're running in a team, I suggest you ditch that Savage, put on another piece of Banshee. Fortunately, I haven't maxed this one out here on the stamina, but the rest is the same. Crit, crit, and assault rifle damage. You don't really want to run the 6-piece unless you are killing manhunts, so I'm not really one of those people. I go rogue, so we run the 5-piece, and I also run firearms with skill haste. Skill haste, health, ammo capacity as per usual. And the stat distribution here is very similar, but with vigorous, and you're running in a team, and with healing going on, you're going to be getting all those booster shots and those defibs straight to your overheal, because your toughness is moderate. It's not high, it's not low. You don't really want to run low toughness, man, unless you have a good connection and you can probably make it. So I have 150 ping where I'm currently living, so no clutch make it for me. I just die. So I need that toughness to be high enough to keep me alive, to give me that time to pop the medkit. If you find yourself your medkit's not popping, it may be that you're not living in a major gaming region, or maybe you're just slow, or maybe you have high input lag. People don't take these things into consideration and they blame the game for everything. Yes, you can blame the game, but only after you've sorted everything out on your end. So that's the team setup. 5 and with 1 vigorous. If everyone's on your team is running an overheal, I don't suggest that. Yes, you could run a Barrett's, but really just run a vigorous. If you're running skirmish, you don't want to run this build because the 4-piece is completely useless. It does nothing. So don't run the 4-piece on skirmish or last stand, only for dark zone. This is a dark zone only build. For your skills, pretty standard, booster shot and a box. There's really nothing else you want to run. Again, you don't want to run the pulse because we're not investing into skill power, and you will not be able to supersede precision because precision offers 25 crit damage and 12.5 crit chance. You're not going to beat that with any low amount of skill power. Adrenaline is a must-have because of pred. Crit save, do I need to say anything? And strike back to let you get that box back when you need to, when you're getting pred bled. So that about does it. We're going to hop straight into the gameplay here. This is team-based gameplay. I've been trying to get solo gameplay this patch, but solo, unfortunately, is dead. I mean, unless you're running Nomad, there's no point running solo with anything other than a hybrid build. And hybrid builds don't kick hard enough, so all it takes is to run against one super high DPS player and who will just melt you. Or you go against one too many preds and you just get pred bled to death. Or you get into a gunfight against a Nomad and his health procs every time, wasting medkits, and then you're forced to get into a gunfight to finish a player so you can proc that predatory, but then his Nomad procs and you die. Or you don't think he's got any more Nomad procs and your green pops, and then you run into the pred, and the pred blade one takes you from like 2/3 health, and yeah, solo is unfortunately dead. Sorry guys, you're not going to be seeing many solo gameplays from me this patch. I forgot to show you guys the character stat sheet, so here it is. 22.5 on the primary, 96 crit damage, 87 headshot damage, 20% stability, which is plenty enough, 28 range, like I talked to you about before, reload time, don't worry about that, 12 from the gloves. 21 skill haste. Could be 24, but need to use one of those mods for the all resistance. Armor is pretty much maxed out. This is the vigorous version, that's why it's not maxed out. No EDR. 52 bleed resistance, reducing ticks from 4 to 3. Again, 52 burn resistance. That's why I had the burn resistance, was so that burn does not tick you for long either. No disrupt. 35 shock. Pretty nice. Okay, that does that.
Hop off on this kid. I'm dunk. I'm dunk. I'm dunk. I'm dunk. I'm dunk. I'm dunk. You just go rogue. You dead there. Bye bye beach.
Some of the green box behind the box. On the left, Aussie pending.
You're ADSing for the
Okay.
way too
One
long.
nomad. One behind us here. Slim warrior.
Because I'm relying on the heals.
Got to pop all these nomads
Yeah,
one
and I
at a
healed
time
you
here.
and you still got burned through it. You can't just ADS for so long.
No mad, but I hit him 4Ks on the head.
Boost from the
On the
box.
head.
I have a nade on. Good on me.
Slim warrior behind us.
They're behind us.
One down.
You can't block that nade.
Built it so fucking
Got one
hard. I
down.
don't understand how.
Oh, they've run. He's down.
Dude,
No,
I
he's
thought he was
not.
gonna run.
Who at the end of the truck?
Shoot the box.
Right.
Slim warrior behind.
Now he's down.
Box going down.
He's down.
Well,
What
you
the
got
fuck?
to like.
Oh, you got
I
raised.
shoot
I
boxes,
couldn't
man.
Back
burn him
down.
too fast.
I would shoot the box if I was support.
That dude's back
Oh,
down.
it's
by the way.
D3.
Okay.
I don't want to use a make it. You don't need to make it. I would have got that heal.
Just
Three more in front. Rails pred.
Yep,
Going down. Quite a few there. I said nade city. Come on, nade forward. Let's go. Everyone stagger for me.
There's one behind us.
Booster here.
He's not doing damage, so I'm not worried about him.
Nice. Booster ahead. Rails pred. Oh my god, get beamed.
Dude, what's
like-
this one idiot?
One behind us.
Oh my
He's
God.
run away.
I will
turret
admit that.
down.
I wasn't really smart, but I still did it because I'll go fuck. Nade, 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 nade. Nade the door, nade
Watch
the
your
door.
left.
I don't have any more nades. I have tear gas.
Get one clipped.
Alright.
All the way down. Make it for you. The last one.
I got a shot.
My last one.
Okay, I'm gonna restock and I'm gonna run out there. You guys me just one of
Have
you
a
guys
shock on
just
him?
to a blue.
Another one
Yeah,
down.
fire right there.
You
You
shot.
got-
Off that green.
Heal on me. Heal on me.
Man, he's that invincibility he gets for 5 years, man.
I'm running
I have
out
a box.
He's
too.
almost down again.
I think we should chicken dance.
Got moved again.
Go down to
If you can do a loop.
Headshots, mate. Headshots. Let's
You should
go.
try doing a loop.
I
You
have
should try
nothing
doing a
for you.
loop. You should try.
Yeah, we can do it.
I'm
Mate,
on.
probably make it there.
it.
Blow this canister up on the other side.
a fire nade on it. Are you gonna get? Are you
It
gonna
didn't work.
get
It
beat
didn't
there?
work. I'm popping can food.
If they push us, they push us. But just try not to let them push us. I'm sorry for taking your spot, dude.
Oh, there's one down. Heal on crib.
Focus the fuck. I'm gonna focus the box.
That was
I can. It's already gone pretty
I
much.
got frag. I've got frag here. Get ready to shoot. Gonna stagger up.
Nah.
One of them
Sit down,
down.
little bitch. Sit down. Let's go.
Here's a request.
Down.
Lows. They were on a blue. They're on a
Where's
blue.
Hella?
We got 1, 2 behind us.
Heal on me.
Lizzie.
Just stay in the
Lizzie
recruitment
down.
box. Whatever you do, just make sure you stay in. Yeah.
Try them though.
I don't know why,
Yes, secret
why
mouse.
I'm getting it
Don't worry
off.
about
That's kind of dumb. You should just guard me, cause squish squish.
I am guarding you.
remember?
We're gonna flag again because he's dead.
Pressing. Nah.
No!
There we go. No rest for the wicked.